I'm going to try and experiment with a cassette recorder, which is this particular model. It's kind of dark really, but it's the Philips EL3302, and I made this little adapter so you can play reel-to-reel tapes on like big 7-inch ones, like this particular one that I'm going to be playing, which is Scotch tape, so you can play like big reels on little recorders. It also helps facilitate this experiment of playing this old reel on this machine. I'm going to do this just right, because I tried to do another one earlier out in the living room when it was brighter out earlier in the day, and it was rejected by YouTube because it was too long. It took me 11 minutes. It wasn't just the tape though, I was sort of demonstrating some of the other things I had. So I'm just going to do the tape this time. I'll just show something kind of interesting on the inside of this. Is on here, you can't really tell, but it shows like various, look, it says, important to remove adhesive end of, oh never mind. It's just something about the adhesive end of a roll tab thing. It says tips for making better recordings and what silicone and lubrication needs to use, as well as splice instructions. So I'm going to try and play this tape on this recorder, and I haven't got a ticket reel for a reason. There's just too much hassle. So I'm going to try and play this right now. Wow, some gouges. That's probably from me. I hope it doesn't know. And make sure it's in there. Up. My finger, I'm applying a little bit too much pressure.
Separate programming in stereo at 94.3 on your FM dial. 41 degrees at 5 minutes before 11. Lon McLeod for CFRW FM News. Charges of utter incompetence against Industry Minister Leonard Evans were made Friday by Emerson conservative Gabriel Girard as a result of statements Mr. Evans made in the legislature Thursday about a chipboard and sawmill operation at Sprague in southeastern Manitoba. Girard was speaking at a personal grievance, said Mr. Evans had misinformed the House when he said the Sprague plant of Columbia Forest Products Limited was a private operation. Girard says he thinks the plant is wholly owned by the Manitoba Development Corporation. Outside the House, Girard explained his grievance.
All in all, I am not prepared to stand by and see my people of that area exploited the way they are. I can't understand if helping my people, how helping my people can be misconstrued as being a disservice.
Evans told CFRW-FM News that although the picture was confusing, there was an answer to the question of ownership.
What I'm saying is there is a legal struggle going on, and Mr. Girard's remarks are premature because he doesn't have all the facts. Frankly, he's doing a disservice to his constituency.
Opposition leader Sid Spivak told CFRW-FM News the question as to who owns the plant is just another sad case in the NDP government.
If in fact we are not entitled in the legislature to get accurate information, then how are the people in the province to know what's really happening? And while the government may want to use tactics to try and in some way divert attention from it, the main issue in this particular situation is that the information presented in the House was inaccurate. The minister has not given accurate statements. He has in fact misled the House, and the statements and investigation of the Emerson
Education Minister Ben Hanischuk said today high schools with complete and varied programs in each community may have to yield to regional facilities in some areas of Manitoba. Mr. Hanischuk said it is not the responsibility of the Department of Education to preserve communities, but to provide in the best way possible the best education possible for Manitoba's children. Apollo 16's lunar explorers are to begin their third and last expedition to the moon's mountains shortly. Mission Control says now the two astronauts will be leaving the lunar lander between 10:45 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a 5-hour walk. Astronauts Ron Young and Charles Duke are expected to blast off from the moon at 8:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and link up with the command module at 10:17 p.m. tonight. North Vietnamese forces have launched ground attacks from 4 directions against An Loc, 60 miles north of Saigon. Field reports say the provincial capital came under renewed artillery, rocket, and mortar barrages just before dawn. The ground assaults came 3 hours later. 40 North Vietnamese were killed in one clash that also claimed 2 of their tanks. Winnipeg Weather Eye calling for mainly cloudy skies.
Oops.
Occasional light rain today. Highs near 45 and lows tonight near 30. Monday, look for frequent sunny periods. Currently, with the winds from the north at 8, it's
Northeast.
41 degrees at CFRW-FM. This is Lon McLeod reporting CFRW-FM News at 94.3 megacycles. This is CFRW-FM Stereo in Winnipeg. All the snow's gone, and thank goodness. But now you're faced with the chore of spring cleanup. Where are you? Now, if you call J.H. Brom Landscape Gardeners, J.H. Brom specialize in cleanup and repair. Now, they'll give your lawn a thorough raking, repair, and reseed it where necessary, so this summer you'll have the greenest, healthiest lawn on your block. Don't face the chore of spring cleanup yourself. Call J.H. Brom Landscape Gardeners at 774-3501 or call at 1070 Arlington. J.H. Brom, your headquarters for complete lawn and garden supplies. And now CFRW-FM goes to the St. Andrews River Heights United Church
For a live broadcast. I don't feel like listening to the whole thing. That's what the thing in the beginning was, actually. So now comes the fun part of rewinding the tape. It's kind of neat. I've got 2 5-inch reels and 3 7-inch ones. The two of the 7-inch reels will hold 1,200 feet of tape, and the 5s will hold 600. One of the 7-inch reels will only hold 600 because of the type of hub it is. It's got a big hub that goes around. That's like bigger. Whoop! Hiccup in the tape, I think. Folded it over. Oh no, I didn't. Shiny side's still going in. So that's how that's done. It's kind of like a silly tape recorder thing. So I'm not using a tape and not messing around with the heads of the tape recorders. So let's end